Good morning. It's Wednesday morning, and here we are starting chapter 20 of the Acts of the Apostles. They've just had the riot in Ephesus, and it says, after the uproar ceased, Paul sent for the disciples, and after encouraging them, he said farewell and departed for Macedonia. When he had gone through those regions and had given them much encouragement, he came to Greece. There he spent 3 months, and when a plot was made against him by the Jews, as he was about to set sail for Syria, he decided to return through Macedonia. Sopater the Berean, son of Pyrrhus, accompanied him, and of the Thessalonians, Aristarchus and Secundus, and Gaius of Derbe, and Timothy, and the Asians Tychicus and Trophimus. These went on ahead and were waiting for us at Troas, but we sailed away from Philippi after the days of unleavened bread, and in 5 days we came to them at Troas, where we stayed for 7 days. So, what do we see here? We just see Paul traveling around. No big deal, right? Paul travels all the time. There are little things in there that we sometimes miss. You know, he went somewhere and he stayed for 3 months. It's a long time. I mean, it's August the 10th, so 3 months would be May 10th. That's a pretty good while ago. And then, you know, he changes his, he's going to sail, but then they're going to capture him as he tries to get on the boat. So he goes back over land through Macedonia and around, and which is all fine, right? But look at these people with him. We think sometimes of Paul and his group, but here they're named. And, you know, Sopater from Berea. So that's a place that we've seen in Macedonia, I think, or maybe Greece. Some Thessalonians from Thessaloniki, also in Greece. And Gaius of Derbe, that's over in Asia, in Turkey. Timothy is from that region, and the Asians, Tychicus and Trophimus. And when they says Asians, it doesn't mean what we think of as Asian people, but these are people from Turkey. So, and so he's got this group of followers, disciples, and helpers that we know nothing about, except for Timothy. So the rest of these are good people. And these are just the ones that are named. So you think, well, there's also probably, perhaps, others that aren't named. Which, you know, I've often thought about all the people that passed on the faith from Paul down to your Sunday school teacher. Who are they? Well, we don't know. We don't know who it was. We know a few names, perhaps. We know of some big names here and there through the centuries, and we know of you know, the little old lady Sunday school teacher who faithfully taught all the children in a town for 50, 60 years or something like that. But we don't really know the ones in between. But they're out there. They were there. They're faithfully passing on the gospel to their children and their grandchildren and so forth. And we're the beneficiaries of all of that. So, you know, in praise of unnamed disciples is what I would call this this particular devotion. Tomorrow we're going to get into a good little story about Eutychus, and then he's going to continue his travels and try to get back to Jerusalem. So we'll see what happens tomorrow and Friday and Saturday. But I hope that you have a productive day and a good day, and that you can be faithful in your work, even if you're not one of the big names, but even if you're just an unnamed disciple. Well, good for you. We'll see you tomorrow.